Welcome to Black and White. I'm Mark.
I'm Sheldon. Question for you.
Yeah.
Throughout history, you guys have sort of stolen a lot of our culture.
Hold up, you guys?
A lot of our mannerisms.
You guys?
Yeah, white people.
That's right, because it is black and white.
It is black and white.
All right.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Well, I mean, we can go back in time to Elvis. Elvis stole a lot of the stuff he did, and
hold on.
And a lot of music back then was stolen, and
here we go,
and moved over, and it's something that's sort of continued even up through today.
So rock and roll is it's black music.
A lot of it is.
Okay, hold on.
Was.
But maybe we took it and we made it better.
Okay. It was going to be good whether you took it or not.
No, we took rock and we took it in a different direction. We got away and in black stayed with R&B and that soul, the whole soul thing and the funk. Mm-hmm. So we didn't steal the funk. Oh, well, that's not true, because I remember play that funky music white boys. Okay, all right.
I mean, it's not just music. I mean, we could go to the dances that if you look at today's kids.
Saturday Night Fever dance those were Italians dancing. You telling me they were dancing black?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A lot of it comes from the foundations of what we've done, and I mean,
hold up. So you're taking credit for everything? What are we, a bunch of thieves?
No. Do we have a definition of thievery? Because again, a lot of the things, even when you come forward to today.
Okay.
I mean, we come forward to today, and the handshake. And the bump, got you.
Wow. And pull it up.
I mean, a lot of it is things that emanated from the dress.
Yes.
The pants on the butt.
Right.
I hate both ways.
Right.
But
right.
It's a fashion.
Hold up.
Black, white.
A white guy invented basketball. So can I flip this on you now?
Mm-hmm.
Can I say why'd y'all steal what we did?
The basketball.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because it was
we're
a
sort of
stupid.
better at it now. What?
We're going there. although it's the Eastern European guys that are coming in that are making the names for themselves now.
Yeah.
Right? Because they can shoot at any point and any time, and it's a guaranteed bucket. So,
yeah, but still, without the brothers,
Oh wow!
Now the brothers is.
It's funny because I remember when I played basketball in high school. A lot of my friends were like, "You're playing," and they called it the end ball. Okay, and they're like, "You're gonna play that?" And I'm like, "It's a great game. What are you talking about?"
Which is really weird because back when you would have been playing, there weren't as many of us in it as there are now.
But the certain.
But we had the better teams, is what you're saying?
Well, no, the area I was in, was mostly the basketball team was made up mostly black, and I was the only white player on the team.
Oh, okay.
And it was everybody, because I knew guys that like in gym class I'd say, hey, white guys, I'd say, hey man, you're good. Why aren't you on the team? I ain't playing that end ball. And I'm like, really? Yeah, you can't love the sport, right?
Yeah.
You gotta hate a culture, so it keeps you from doing what you like to do.
If they were good enough, they would have been in the NBA, and they would be announcers on TV today.
Yeah, there you go. but anyway,
so they culturalized it. But again, a lot of the culture, a lot of the different things that are popping up, and our handshake, the way we greet each other.
Right.
I mean, all of a sudden, everyone's doing it on TV, everywhere.
Yep.
T-Mobile's got a commercial out. You got this kid rapping. While the white girl, the white girl is like kind of thinging. The
kid
white
rapping
guy,
a black kid?
No, it's a white kid.
Oh,
and he's rapping really poorly.
So he could be doing better. With the rap.
Way better.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But but it's seen as extra cute because I think he's a white kid. If it was a black guy, it would have been different because they're expected to be really good at it and all that.
But I understand what you're saying because I remember back in the day. One of the things that I noticed with a lot of what we call wiggers is the overextended trying to sound like a black person.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you the definition of wiggers.
Well, you know that's a play on the N word.
Yeah, and there's
so.
wankster.
Well, yeah, but see that came a lot later.
Yeah.
That was just somebody trying to be a gangster, which you're not. You're a faker. But back to the wigger thing. Yeah, I noticed that when I was coming up, and especially when I was on the basketball team in high school, that just being around my buddies, you start talking a certain way. It's not like hey, I better do this to be accepted. It's just, you know, when somebody says something 80 million times, and then you go to say it, and it's easier to say it their way so they understand you. And
it's like you move to England and all of a sudden, like Madonna, you know, goes to England and all of a sudden she has an English accent. Right. You know, I understand that. I understand that. And, you know, it is funny because I had a friend when I was young, and he would call the house, and my mom would pick up, and it was the way he spoke made it sound like it was one of my black friends. Okay. So my mom would give me the phone, and I'd go, oh no, his name is Steven, I won't give his last name. Right. You know, and no, he's not black, Mom. He's like, you sound blacker than your black friends, is what she would say. Right. You know, so you know, I understand that from the whole culture and thing, but you know, again, a lot of our dances, a lot of the way that we dance, has been just sort of taken into the white community. I'm guilty of that. It's funny to watch. I'm guilty because when Michael Jackson was doing his thing, I would do some of the moves that he did when I was out at clubs, and it was just because it was cool. I mean, you know, there was no. Cool. Yeah, I mean, most of the things we do are really cool. Not most of the things, but there are certain things that you get across. What kills me is the words. Like you know, if a comedy show happens to have like one person who's always saying a specific word, it's funny how all of a sudden, you know, you're at work and somebody drops that phrase or word on you, and you're just like, wow, okay, all right, so they watch this, you know, but yeah, there's all kind of things. It's like now the big thing is, oh, that's funny.com. All of a sudden, there's a .com on the end of it. Oh. And now that's going to be something that'll be going around, and probably is going around. Right. And you know, it's just different terms. And, you know, it's just interesting to see how, you know, again, our culture and the things we make up, you know, the whole rap thing, and then you've got Eminem, he came along. Right. And you had what was it, Ice Baby? What was it? Oh, yeah. You know, he came along. Yeah. You know, and then different rappers came along, which was okay. Yeah. It was okay. Yeah. You know, but again, you know, a lot of our cultural, you know, our style and all that gets kind of taken up. But is that a bad thing? Because if you think about it, don't we want our cultures to kind of mesh together? Oh, absolutely. But here's my question for you. Okay. If you had to think back, what would you say we would have taken from your culture? That you took from our culture? Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. That kind of puts. Hey, if anyone out there can answer that. I have one, but we're gonna get emails on this. Marriage. Oh, actually, really? Yes, because growing up, we were jumping the broom in Africa. Okay. So don't talk about marriage. Marriage in the United States, actually, and you guys can look this up, but the blacks in the United States tend to marry more than what they did now than what they did back when we were young. And I'm going to say something very controversial now, too. Ahead. Because we used to marry people of the opposite sex in our place. And I guess maybe we've gotten that from your culture. Well, now we're not marrying. Some people are marrying people of the opposite sex. Hold up. Now look, gay didn't start from white people. We were jumping brooms, but it was man and woman jumping brooms. Yeah, well, don't even go to the gay thing, because I got nothing good to say about that. Different topic. But that's one of the things you guys got was the fact that you know. Did we get divorced from you guys? Oh hell yeah. Because we jumped the broom in Africa, which meant we were married, and there wasn't any divorce. You couldn't unjump the broom? No, there was no unjumping a broom. Okay. You know, so
half Eddie, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's from that's
our culture.
That's back,
Okay,
so.
but let me say this. Growing up, it was not a common thing to see a black family together for me. Now, you're going to say, well, Mark, I grew up and I saw all these families. That's fine, I get it. But it actually, not till me being an adult, and I was in a mall one time, and I saw a black family, a mom and dad, a little kid walking, and another kid in a stroller, and I actually stood there and looked, and I smiled because I wasn't used to seeing that, and I was like, wow, this is nice,
Yeah, but see, and that's part of, I think part of, I don't want to say fallacy, but something that just, I think was overblown is that, black families existed. But because, and when I play black family, I said it was moms and dads, and that's why the Cosbys were so big back then, because it showed that, there's another side than what we were seeing portrayed all the time on TV, where it was single moms, single dads, single moms, primarily, and that there was no father. And there were a lot of fathers that were around. My father was around 35, 40, he was around, until he passed. So, and all of my friends, I knew all their dads and moms. We went to their houses.
I understand that.
So.
But again, that's one of the things that I think that blacks have taken from the white culture in a positive way. I think that's a great thing, and I think that every kid needs to have a mom and dad.
And I think that we've sort of gotten some of the negative part of that now, because they divorce a lot.
Divorce, child support, blah, blah, blah,
and all of that. Thanks a lot.
I'm with you. Right. But other things that have been pulled from the white culture.
But I'd really like for you, for the audience, send us some of your comments about this, because what I'd like to hear is, what kind of things from the white community have been given into the black community.
All right, so based on what you said, we stole music, okay? We stole being cool.
Yeah,
okay. My mafia people got nothing about being cool, right?
No, the mafia people, they were cool. I'll say Italian mafia.
Okay.
And I mean, I come from New York, Brooklyn,
and the clothes, obviously we stole it. Although I remember the '70s and some of those pimped out stuff that black guys wore that were loud, and the peacock feathers and all that stuff. So I'm glad I don't see a bunch of white guys running around in that.
About that.
Oh, yeah, and the platform shoes with goldfish in them.
I'm surprised that you guys didn't take that. I guess it lost its coolness for us pretty quick.
Yeah, real quick, right? And then of course every style handshake. Oh my God, it gets to a point where, high-fiving somebody, and that's gone. Now the fist bump, and then now there's the up top, and
and the shake and the hug. That's all.
But see, I don't have a problem with that hug because Italians, when we get together, greet somebody, we hug and kiss on both sides, which just a man thing. It's nothing wrong with that. And I think that too many people are, oh man, I can't hug up against another guy because that's gay.
Which they do all the time in Europe. Which is different.
So I think that closeness, actually says, hey, I recognize you. It's better than this from a distance.
And I never said that was bad.
No. You said we stole it. I'm with you. I'm with you. And I do it all the time too. And it's funny because some of the black guys I know, I'll go and do it to them, and they're hesitant because I'm white. It's
it's like, oh, okay, he does this. That's the initial reaction. Okay, he does this.
But I feel,
which is okay.
But I feel that again, because of my Italian heritage, I feel that the coming closer means that I'm accepting you as a man to a man kind of thing, opposed to hi, because I think this is crap. I almost said it. But I think
beat that out.
Yeah, well, I'm not, but yeah. So I think this is crap. This is like, let me hurry up and get away from you. This says I acknowledge you, But I get what you're saying. We stole it.
So we want you guys comment in on this one.
Oh, please
let us know what you think. Let us know what you think each group has given to the other group.
And
we'll talk and we'll talk about this in a later segment.
So call us, send us emails. Phone number is 240-415-0006. 0006, yeah. And on that note, we'll be back.